Hello.
Hello.
I have Abby here with me for some more, even more line fun. And so we've been talking about curved lines and straight lines, and now I want to tell you about more about straight lines and how we name the types of straight lines. So have you ever gone to the ocean or to a big lake and looked across the water and seen that line that the sky makes with the water when it meets it? So maybe you've gone to the beach at sunset and you've seen the sky meeting the water and you've seen those beautiful colors. So when we talk about lines that are made from when the sky meets a flat, still body of water, I have an example. I'm going to bring it up. The line that we get when air or sky or the atmosphere meets standing water, this line right here, we call that line horizontal because we're looking at the line of the horizon. So where the sky meets the water is the horizon line, and we call it a horizontal line. Horizontal.
Sounds the same.
It does. Now that you know the root of it, now you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we've talked about the line that the atmosphere makes with the water. Now I want to talk about another thing, something we can't see but affects us every day. And we've had some of this work already, the barosphere work. And when we think about the barosphere is the heavy sphere. It's the center of the earth. When we take a weight tied to a string and we dangle that weight with the string, the weight is pulled straight down towards the barosphere. This line that's created by a weight in a string and points straight to the barosphere, this line is called vertical. This is a vertical line. I know it's really hard to see. You'll see it in just a second. This is a vertical line. The tool we use to make a vertical line isn't as easy as looking at the sky meeting the water. The tool we use is called a plumb bob. It's a funny word. Say it with me. Plumb bob. Plumb bob. Plumb bobs were made long, long ago by some of those heroes of our ancestry who used the tools around them to meet their needs. Plumb bobs were made from connecting a piece of lead to a piece of string or rope of some sort. And so I don't use a lead weight because now we know lead is poisonous, but plumb bob, the scientific name for lead is plumbum. So plumb bob is a bob or something that dangles made from plumbum lead. And so maybe you've heard of other words that have plum in them that come from plumbum or plumb bob.
I'm just thinking of fruit. Plums.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. Maybe you've heard your parents talk about your sink or the drain and they've said, this is our plumbing system.
Oh.
Because pipes used to be made out of lead. And that's why it was called plumbing, because the plumbers, the people who fixed the pipes, worked with lead. And aren't we so thankful that our pipes are not made with poisonous lead anymore? So plumb bobs come from the same root as plumbing or plumber, plumbum, which means lead. So a lead weight hung from a string will always point to the barosphere, and it always makes a vertical line. Other people that use plumb bobs are like carpenters and people who build houses because they want to make sure your house is standing up straight. And so they use weighted string to make sure that your wall is straight or your fences are straight, any of those things. So we use a plumb bob to find a vertical line. Do you think there are lines that aren't horizontal or vertical? You had to think about that.
Yeah.
Can you use your arm to make me a line or show me a line that's not horizontal or vertical? Oh, yeah. And there's all sorts of them here behind us on the new wall.
Zigzag.
These ones behind us are zigzags. Any line that is not horizontal nor vertical is called oblique. Oblique means not horizontal and not vertical. Sometimes you may have heard the word diagonal, but we call it oblique. But you need to know both diagonal and oblique. Okay, I'm going to bring up the box of sticks and the stick board, and we're going to talk about these lines. here's our stick board and our jar of water. And I'm not sure, can you bring that box back over? There we go. Okay, so you're not gonna be able to see this as we create it really quick. You're just gonna have to trust me. So we're gonna put this board up and we are going to place a stick. We'll use a bright yellow one so that you can see it. We're gonna place a stick along that line that's created by where the air meets the water. Can you hold it on your end, Abby? And let's move it up and up and up and up so we see it right there. Okay, I'm gonna tip this down so that I can put the pins in it. It's really hard for me to put the pins in it otherwise. Can you move the glass jar out over to your side, please? There goes our horizon line. Our horizon line has left us with a stick that is placed showing us where the sky meets the water. And remember, we call this kind of line a horizontal line.
Okay. Very lonely.
It's lonely all by itself. Don't worry, we're gonna get another one in there, a new friend. Okay, our tool for making a vertical line is our Plumb Bob. So Abby, will you hold that up? I'm going to drop our Plumb Bob along the edge of our paper, just like this. And this line that's created by the string right there, that is a vertical line. I gotta set that down so I have an extra hand. Okay, there's our vertical line. Okay, I am going to switch our views so we're side by side, and we're going to talk more about these lines. Okay, so you saw how we just made these two lines. When lines are not always in space the way we just looked at them, they are sometimes on paper. And when we see a line that goes across our paper like this, left and right across our paper, that's how we draw a horizontal line. When we are looking at lines that go from the top of the paper to the bottom of the paper like this one, we call this a vertical line. I'll put it on this side, vertical line. Now, Abby, can you place this green stick in a line, hold on, a line that is not horizontal or vertical? Yes. Do you remember the name for a line that's neither vertical nor horizontal?
Oblique or diagonal.
Oblique or diagonal. I'm gonna make a label for diagonal because it's important that you know that word as well. Diagonal. And some of you, we've talked like Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley is a diagonal or an oblique alleyway in Hogsmeade.
No, Diagon Alley is the
Oh.
town from the
No, Diagon Alley is inside of where they go shopping. Where do they go shopping? When they go to get their books and things.
Wait.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. Diagon Alley is the name of where they go shopping. I was thinking of Nocturne Alley. Nocturne Alley is also a diagonal road, but it's the one you don't want to go on. Okay, so horizontal lines are lines created where the horizon, where the sky meets the water. Vertical lines are a line straight down from whatever point straight to the barosphere. And any line that isn't horizontal or vertical is either oblique or diagonal. I hope you learned something new, and I can't wait to share even more line fun next time, but those are stories for another time. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.